So, tech jobs. We've actually been seeing a number of layoffs in the tech sector over the last few years. Wall Street Journal has this report that the trend is continuing as companies pour more money into artificial intelligence. You look at how that spending by big tech has grown in recent years. At the same time, just this January, industries reportedly shed over 100,000 jobs. Here with more, Futurum's chief market strategist, host of the Drill Down podcast, Cory Johnson. Great to have you here in New York.
Good to be here.
Good. Let me go to this Wall Street Journal article, big picture, and we'll just put it up, and then we'll take it from there. The headline is, tech jobs have dried up and are not coming back soon. True or false?
False. I mean, the reporting's correct on the Wall Street Journal, just be clear about that. But there is tremendous growth in technology, but not in tech hiring right now. And I'm based in San Francisco, and I see it firsthand. I went to a fifth quarter drinks after a high school football game recently.
Right.
And I was surprised by how many parents I talked to who were out of work. Now, employment's doing great generally in the country, but it is true that there's also a change in employment, particularly in technology, because AI is such a powerful force in changing the way computing is working. People who are doing things in AI are getting all kinds of jobs, but it's changing the nature of work.
Because we have, and even it says on the bottom of the screen about software engineering jobs, and there are numbers we can put them up, the amount of jobs being posted to software engineers and stuff is down, which surprised me because you would think software engineers would be working on AI.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Part of this is to change the name, right? So if you've got AI on your resume, you've got an AI job, you're going to talk about the AI and machine learning aspects of that. Basic software programming is changing because a lot of that's getting easier. Great example, Oracle, full disclosure, stock that I own, but Oracle bought a company called Cerner. They paid billions of dollars. Nobody really wanted to buy Cerner because the code stunk. Well, Oracle has gone through and rewritten all of the code of this massive healthcare software company using AI. And they were able to do it in a year's time when it might have taken them 10 or 20 years to go through that process. But AI, writing software code with AI, was so much more efficient, but you don't need as many people to do that.
Right, numbers. So that brings up this larger point about how we should handle it and what our bosses should say to us about artificial intelligence coming in. There's a quote from a guy named Jim Cavanaugh, Worldwide Technology, that reads as follows. If you think you're going to try to game this, and you're going to tell employees nothing's going to change, everything's going to be fine, that's just BS, which I think we know what that stands for.
I know what that stands for. You can't say that on TV.
There you go. So, right, are companies not being as upfront as they should be about, what's going to happen next?
Employment's absolutely going to change, and it's going to change towards people with better education. People with less education are going to have a harder time finding jobs. It's going to change towards people who know how to use AI to manage productivity. We will be more productive. Companies will be more productive. More productive companies spend more, hire more. But it changes. In 1800, I was around then. I remember.
There you go.
In 1800, 83% of people in this country worked in agriculture. Today, that's 10%. But we don't have 73% employment. The nature of employment will change because of AI, and it's already happening.
Well, things like 4-day work week, some people talk about working less.
Good luck.
You don't think stuff like that's going to happen? And it's interesting when you see the quotes from people. A bunch of people do, and then other people have the complete opposite point of view.
I use AI all the time. I use AI every day. I'm automating so many tasks that I used to go through that I'm using AI to get around. But I'm not working less. I'm just getting more done.
Well, what job? You're funny because you've lived.
I am taking tomorrow off.
Yeah, exactly.
At least half the day, but
you lived in the Bay Area for a bunch of time.
Long time.
You said, you kind of associate with these. What job would you want to get into now if you were in school? If you were going to school right now, and I assume tech job, and we're saying some of these jobs are not hiring like they used to. What would you want to do right now?
I have at least 3 kids in college. It's hard to keep track. But
you know about, right?
We have this discussion quite a bit.
Right.
And I just think it's really important to know how to think, because the tools you're going to use are going to change.
Yeah.
When my father went to business school, he had a pencil and was doing accounting on a big open ledger. That skill became useless over time, but the ability to think about numbers was really meaningful. And I think the ability to think is what's going to matter. And again, we're going to see the jobs that require the least amount of education will be less needed because so many more things will be automated using AI, using robots, and beyond.
Yes.
But we're going to see, delivery jobs. That's not a business I'd want to get into right now.
Right. News anchors. Did you see some of the AI?
We will always need news anchors.
Yeah, but some of the AI is a little too good, isn't it? Do you see that some of the stuff they came?
I know that you're real. I can see you here. That's why I came to New York, to make sure this is actually happening.
See there? There are the thank you, Cory. It's interesting. Boy, fun times we live in.
Robots don't shake hands.
Thank Cory Johnson.
Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.